folks, it is Diecastbuffet here again. In today's video, we're going to be talking about some incredible new releases that are coming out within days. Literally, the next couple weeks are going to be crazy for some new amazing diecast releases in the 1/64 scale. So, let's go ahead and hop right into it. The first car we're talking about here is a Dale Earnhardt Jr. Xfinity car, the United for America car. He's going to run at Richmond. This is a beautiful paint scheme. I'm pretty sure the box for this is going to be decorated as well, like the Hellman's car from last season. This is going to be one cool diecast to get. It's crazy to think that in 2021, Dale Jr. is still somewhat racing in the top 3 echelons of NASCAR racing. So this is going to be a super cool 1/64 diecast to get. Now, this first shipment here is literally supposed to arrive within days. It says roughly the 7th or the 6th. I think it could be a little bit behind. Some of the shipments have been kind of all over the place, right? So this could be within the next week. It could be within days. We're not sure, but we know it is the next shipment to come in. The next car here, it is the Kohler Ryan Newman 2021 Ford Mustang. Now, this is the car he ran the Daytona 500, I believe. Unfortunately, it was a short visit because, you know, the rain delay and all that good jazz. But this paint scheme reminds me so much of Mark Martin's car from the 2000s, man. Holy cow. It's like a mini throwback almost, and I absolutely love it. This will be the second Ryan Newman car released this year. So that's another excellent diecast right there. And then third, off the bat, you know, this first little shipment here, Brad Keselowski's Pertec Ford Mustang. We did get this in 2020, but based on the renders, it actually looks a little different. So I'm not sure if the renders are off or the diecast is going to have a different color, because if it has a different color, then this is going to be a really cool get. Who knows? But either way, the 2020 edition was fantastic. I don't see why the 2021 wouldn't be any different. The next vehicle here, this is in another August shipment. Now, this one's probably going to drop about the September 1st, September 2nd, around there. Like I said, the delays have been, you know, let's be honest, pretty common this year, unfortunately. So you kind of have to take it with a grain of salt, but based on the information we know, it's probably going to drop the 1st or 2nd of September. But it's Sheldon Creed's 2020 championship truck, the Phoenix championship truck. Beautiful paint scheme. You know, you got the Chevrolet graphics all over it. He wins his freaking Truck Series championship. I actually got to see this guy win at Texas Motor Speedway, so that was really freaking cool. But you can get this in the 1/64 scale. The next car we're talking about is my favorite Brad Keselowski paint scheme of all time. I don't care. It is the Worth Ford Mustang. Look, we got this in 2019. It is diecast of the year for 2019. I don't care. That was my favorite car the entire year. They canceled this car for 2020 in the 1/64 scale. They're making it again in 2021. I'm getting this thing absolutely 10 out of 10 paint scheme. And you know, for all these diecasts, they're coming out very soon. So it's important to pre-order. That's why these videos are so important, because believe it or not, I know we live in 2021, everyone's got a smartphone and all that good jazz, but there's a lot of people that don't know these cars are coming out. That's why these videos are so important. So if you're wanting any of these cars, make sure to go pre-order them at Circle B Diecast and Plan B Sales. Use that promo code down below and you get it, you know, free shipping, and it'll be shipped too. You don't have to worry. You pre-order it, bam, they take care of the rest. It shows up in your mailbox. I mean, hey, hands-free, super easy. That's what I do for all of my pre-orders. Get them while you can, because I tell you what, the Bubba car and the Corla Joy that just released, good luck getting that one for a good price, because that thing is going crazy. The next car here, well, it's a Chase Elliott car, which I'm a huge Chase Elliott fan. The Universe 2021 Chevrolet Camaro. Of course, he won the All-Star race in the modified paint scheme of this, but I love the Universe paint scheme. It really does look good on the 9 car. Absolutely 10 out of 10 paint scheme almost. I would probably give it a 9.6 or 9.7, honestly. It's a really sharp looking hot rod. This one actually dried up pretty well from last year. When it first came out, it was a hard get. A lot of people, they couldn't get it easily, so I would anticipate we could see more of that, especially with this being the final Gen 6 year. 2022, I should say, is going to have Gen 7, so this could be a popular get with the new mold change for next season. And this one right here, finally, after years, I think it's 2018 last time I got a Clover car, Ross Chastain's 2021 Clover Chevrolet Camaro. This paint scheme is awesome, man. Larson won in 2019 with this paint scheme at Dover. They never made it, which I think was really stupid. They never made it in 2020 for Kenseth. So this could be technically a Matt Kenseth car if you really needed it. But it is finally made the Clover paint scheme. They made this car back in 2018 years ago. It was entirely different wrap. So this is a beautiful diecast. Final year for Chip Ganassi Racing. This is going to be bittersweet. We know the number 1 is going to Trackhouse. Will the 42 continue? I have no clue. You never know. But hey, man, absolutely recommend this car. It is the first Ross Chastain Ganassi car to be released. And this one, I know the Kyle Busch collectors are going to go nuts over it. The Stanley Toyota Camry for Kyle Busch. Never has he been sponsored by Stanley before. It is a Cup Series car, and it's getting produced in the Gold Series, man. Look, there's a lot of Kyle Busch collectors that love the one-off paint schemes. This has all the makings for it, man. Think about it. Stanley Tools, first time they sponsor Kyle Busch. Beautiful, bright yellow race car. So different than, you know, the M&M's paint schemes that we get every year. The last year, the Gen 6 car, brand new sponsor for Kyle Busch. It has all the makings of a hard-to-find diecast down the road. And not to mention, this is going to be made in the 164 metal chassis / elite variant. All these cars, fellas, you'll be able to get with the metal chassis and the rubber tires down the road. We don't know when they're going to release. Circle B Diecast kind of has the exclusive to it, so whenever they get them in, they'll put them on their website. But hey, man, that Stanley Kyle Busch car, I absolutely recommend getting that one. If you can only get one Kyle Busch diecast, that is one I would get. Alright, so these next 2 shipments here are coming up in September. Now, it says it's going to be like the 5th or maybe the 7th. Realistically, it could be the 15th. We don't know, but we're going to give you a time window for these cars to come out. But the first one here, I think is probably the sleeper diecast of the year here, fellas. Chase Briscoe's Ford Performance Ford Mustang. This thing is incredible. It has kind of like a road racing sports car stripe to the whole thing. Beautiful white Ford Mustang. I mean, this paint scheme is so cool looking. I imagine it's going to look even better on the 164 scale. I didn't even know they were making this car, to tell you the truth. When I seen the reports for it, you know, the shipments and stuff, I was like, what? They're going to make this car? So this is a complete surprise to me. I thought it actually got canned. So this is great for the Chase Briscoe collector, officially the 2nd Briscoe Cup car ever made. Alright, so another car here from this shipment we're going to be talking about. It's Kyle Busch's 2021 M&M's Fudge Brownie Toyota Camry. Now, they made this car in 2020. It's a fantastic car. A little bit of controversy back to Darlington with Chase Elliott, but man, this car looks so freaking cool, especially being the last freaking season for the Gen 6. It's going to be cool to get this car again. 2021 Fudge Brownie Toyota Camry. If you missed out on the 2020 edition, never fear, they're making it here in 2021. And of course, you have that updated Cup Series banner on it. It is going to be one cool 164 piece. And the next 2 paint schemes here, man, I'm telling you, especially if you're a Martin Truex Jr. fan, listen up, because this is the first time ever Martin Truex Jr. is going to get the research sponsorship Toyota Camry for the Cup Series. Now, this is a paint scheme. We've got numerous diecasts throughout the year, whether it's Eric Jones or Matt Kenseth, you know, X, Y, and Z. To my knowledge, this is the first Cup Series one, though, to be released. And it's going to be on, of course, the number 19 Martin Truex Jr. Toyota Camry. This is a brand new sponsor for Truex. I know OBB's going to really like this paint scheme, so it's really cool to see how we got the Stanley Kyle Busch, now got the Research Martin Truex Jr. You're getting new paint schemes into the Joe Gibbs Racing camp. Of course, you know, since Eric Jones left, they kind of divided and conquered, so to speak, with Stanley and, of course, Research. But fantastic looking paint scheme here. And if you're a Matt DiBenedetto fan, this one's going to be really cool. So look, the Menards paint schemes, for some reason, with the Mustang Gen 6 era, they dry up really quickly. The Ryan Blaney ones from 2019, they're drying up. I imagine the 2020 ones are 2020 ones are drying up. It is Matt DiBenedetto's 2021 Dutch Boy Menards Ford Mustang. Now, we did get one of those Menards cars for Matty D last season. I'm not sure how rare that one is yet, but something about these Menards alternate paint schemes, they are becoming highly collectible. So this is a piece you want to jump on. Like I said, last year Gen 6, next year Harrison Burton's going to take over the 21 car. For the longest we thought it was going to be Cindric. No, it's going to be Harrison Burton. So this is going to be one of the final Matt DiBenedetto Wood Brother diecasts to get released. I love the Menards paint schemes, the beautiful day glow, having different sponsorships. You know, what's so cool is that you can collect all of them and have just a different hood logo on each one, or if you have a diecast series, it makes a great alternate paint scheme between each racetrack you go to, stop motions, whatever. So this is a really cool Matt Benedetto piece, and obviously a different sponsor than we got last year. Alrighty folks, so another shipment here. This is going to come out in September, of course, but we got Denny Hamlin's 2021 FedEx Freight Toyota Camry, man. I am so freaking excited for this car. I think this is what, the third Denny Hamlin 164 made this year? I'm going nuts up here. I think it's the third Denny Hamlin 164 made this freaking year. So you have what, the FedEx Express, where they got the FedEx Ground one, I think, already. But now you have the FedEx Freight joint, which this car did release last year, so it's really cool to see these different branches of FedEx actually get produced in the 164 scale. Now, this shipment's, of course, going to come out with the last one with the Matt Benedetto and, of course, the Research Martin Truex Jr. They're going to probably bunch both of these together. I would be really shocked if they split them up, because if they're like 1 to 2 days shy of each other, why not combine it? Logistically, it just makes sense. So these will probably all ship together, barring any crazy delays. Like I said, it could be the 15th of September, it could be the 10th, heck, it could be earlier. We don't know. The delays have been really weird this year, with them trying to get caught back up after last year's chaos. So you have to kind of, go with the tide on this one. And the final 164 diecast that is coming out in these shipments, Jimmy Johnson's Ally Raced version Chevrolet Camaro. Now look, this is an incredible paint scheme. We already got the clean version Ally paint scheme, but to get the raced version, I'm not sure how the 164 box is going to look like. I don't know if they're going to do anything special. I hope they do. I believe this car is going to also be available in the 2-pack with the Chase Elliott Phoenix Raced version. I don't know if there's going to be any differences. Who knows? But what I do know is this is going to be one of the most sought-after Jimmy Johnson cars. Look, they could overproduce this car like till the cows come home, like a 2017 Dale Jr. diecast, but I think every Jimmy Johnson fan is going to want this car. I know I want this car. I mean, it's his final run in the 48 machine. He could come back and run another cup race, whatever. It is his final full-time season, man. Such a special diecast, and that beautiful silver paint job. You will not be disappointed with that silver paint job, my dude. It is incredible, my dude. So, that is it for the 164s. I want to talk about a few 124s I'm really hyped up for. So this one's going to probably be coming out around the 1st or 2nd days of September, but it is one of the most anticipated Kyle Busch 124s, well, in a long time. I mean, this paint scheme is so freaking cool. It's not a heavy raced version. I don't think there's going to be any confetti on it, but I'm telling you, man, the 164 for this freaking diecast, not the raced version, of course, unless they put it in Authentics, but just the clean version of the Zombie Skittles paint scheme is going to dry up like crazy, man. To my opinion, it's the greatest Kyle Busch diecast ever. The paint job they got on this car, they absolutely nailed it. 10 out of 10. It is the most beautiful Kyle Busch car I've ever seen, and it could very well be the greatest Gen 6 diecast ever. I mean, this thing is that freaking cool, man. And to think that he won at Texas with this paint scheme, I've seen it in person, so it is a fantastic looking car. I already got my order, the 124 scale Texas raced version. I cannot wait for that. That's his only Cup win from 2020. I know the Kyle Busch collectors are going to go nuts for this thing down the road. So if you haven't got it already, haven't got it pre-ordered, I would get it. This is his only win from 2020, so there's only one of them to collect down the road. It's going to dry up, because you got to think about it. You know, most collectors, if their driver wins 5 races, they might get 2 or 3 of them. With only one win into the entire season, all the Kyle Busch collectors only have 1 car to get. So I feel like this one's going to dry up a lot quicker than people expect. I got 3 124s coming out about 15th of September, with, of course, the Denny Hamlin FedEx Freight win. And I'll tell you what, man, these are some of the most anticipated 124 scale diecast the entire year. Check this one out. Kyle Larson's Nation Guard 124 scale diecast, man. Whoa! So he ran this car at the Daytona 500. It is a beautiful, beautiful paint scheme, my dad. Finally, a Kyle Larson Hendrick diecast. Yes, it's 124. I do think we're going to get the 164 on an air shipment, whether it's Watkins Glen, Darlington, Indianapolis, who knows. I do think that one's going to get out first. This one could be as well. I do think we're going to get a Larson diecast way before then at one of these racetracks, so they like to air freight it out about a month, maybe a month and a half early before the normal Gold Series release. We do have Wave 6 as a wild card, so there's opportunities there for the Kyle Larson collector. But man, I tell you what, the 124 scale diecast of that Nation Guards paint scheme is going to be incredible. And if you're a Chase Elliott collector, the time is finally here. The Martinsville and the Phoenix raced version diecast are here. It is going to be the Grail Chase Elliott diecast, his 2020 Phoenix raced win. I'm telling you, man, I don't care how many they make of these cars. The guy is so young in his NASCAR career. He's so freaking popular. If you don't get this car, man, I'm telling you, you're going to be regretting it. They're making it in 164. They're making it in 124. I think there's like 3 or 4 different finishes of 124. There's going to be a lot of people ordering these cars, but I think down the road, you're going to be saying, man, why didn't I pick up that championship car? It doesn't have the goofy logo on it. I can't stand the championship logos. This is the raced version of it with the yellow numbers. It is going to be so freaking cool to get this car, man. The Phoenix one, and then the Martinsville one. He, bottom of the 9th Grand Slam at Martinsville, freaking won it. You know, first time he won at Martinsville too, which is really cool. I mean, that track's awesome. But the fact that he won it and put himself in championship contention, I mean, those are going to be some of the hardest Chase Elliott diecasts to get down the road. We're already seeing the Talladega win from 2019 jump up. It's only a matter of time for the Watkins Glen one dries up from 2018. So, like I said, if you're a Chase Elliott collector, get it while you can. And that's it for today's video. What do y'all think? What is the most anticipated diecast you're looking for so far? No word on 164 Larson's as of right now. I do expect some to be either at Indianapolis, maybe Watkins Glen, big maybe, don't go crazy. It's just we usually see these paint schemes released a month and a half earlier. I think we're close to getting the Larson release. Imagine if they put the HendrickCars.com paint scheme in Wave 6 of NASCAR Authentics. People would go nuts. They did it for the Bowman car. I think the Bowman 2021 Ally 164 is going to be at Watkins Glen. That's just my gut feeling. Who knows? They could have nothing there. I don't know. That's just my best guess. But what do y'all think? Make sure to comment down below. Thank y'all so much for watching the video. And of course, all these cards, fellas, you can get free shipping with the code down below. And with all that being said, folks, Diecastbuffet signing off.